And so
Yeah.
I said to him, are you willing to release this back to its origin? And there's a story in my book where on one of my in-person workshops before COVID, where there was a guy in the workshop who had an abandonment issue, and he'd worked on it all the way back to birth, where he was taken from his mother and separated right at birth, but still had this abandonment issue. And I I explain to people how when there's an issue that needs to be worked on, it's usually right in your face when it's time to work on it. And
Yeah, yeah.
in that workshop, um, we were sitting in like a horseshoe shape with me out the front, and he was sitting right opposite a woman he had just been with, who she cut it off. So he was looking at abandonment in the face the whole workshop. And so
Yeah.
I said to him, are you willing to release this back to its origin? He said, I'm not a past life kind of guy. I said, that's all right. But are you willing to release this back to its origin, wherever it began? And so we used those words, and his conscious brain didn't believe in past lives. But all of a sudden, he got a flash and the emotional download of it, extremely sad and crying.
Yeah.
And he got the scene that he was an Aboriginal with the bone being pointed at him, which means you're being cast out by the whole community. Abandonment at its highest level, right? Sent out of the community to die in the bush alone. And so we were tapping and saying what he saw and felt, but then his left brain would kick in and he goes, but I'm not a past life kind of
Yes.
guy. And then the emotional wave would come, and but I'm an Aboriginal, and I'm feeling all of this emotion. And so we just tapped with those waves until it was gone, and releasing that all the way back to its origin when I was an Aboriginal, and I had the bone pointed at me, and I was cast out of the community, abandoned at the highest level. So I was tapping back and forth like parts work, but with the three-dimensional logical brain saying, I don't believe in past lives, I'm not a past life kind of guy, but blah blah blah, I'm feeling all of this. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I find so interesting about